So unfortunately, we don't have a seed.
So unfortunately, we don't have a heat sheet for this, but we're going to call it as we see it. We do, it would seem, have a false start. They're calling him back. There were 2 guns, so somebody's going to be out of this. So Sammy Watson's in lane 4. Lauren Gee is in lane 3 on her inside.
Like I said, Lauren.
Now, unlike the 300, these ladies will end up braking. They will not run the full way in their lane. So these ladies will brake on the backstretch the first time they go down it. Not to be counted out. Current U.S. number 1 is sitting in lane number 5. But all eyes right now is on the matchup between Lauren Gee and Sammy Watson. We have a 2:02 800-meter runner versus a 53-second 400-meter runner.
And really, Sammy Watson, I mean, this is a national record attempt for her. A 2:02 800-meter runner in high school. She's run 52.69 in the 400-meter. And here we go. She's run 2:45 in the 1,000.
Now, Lauren Gee is going to get out and get after this.
Yep, and that's Lauren Gee right now out well. The USA number 1 right now, Watson, on the outside.
So Watson's going to come through the break, it would seem, in last or near last. So she's going to have a lot of work to do.
Yep.
But she's not that far off of the back.
She's making it fine, and she's going to move up. Now she's got to worry about not getting boxed in on the inside. We're going to see what happens as Watson is right there. It's Gee out in first.
Somehow that worked out perfectly for Watson. Watson will take the lead.
Getting ready to go through 300, 41.18.
41.18 at 300 with a lap to go down the backstretch. Sammy Watson is pouring it on.
National record, 1:10.30 by Chanel Price, set back in 08. Not a soft record. This is Sammy Watson trying to get it. She's
got a good shot.
103, coming down the home stretch. National record attempt 108.
She's going to be just over it, but still.
Just going to miss it. So Sammy Watson,
111.78
in her 500-meter debut. So let's be honest, about a second off. The national record in your debut is pretty good for Sammy Watson.
111.75.
That's number 5 all-time. Number 5 all-time, Sammy Watson in the debut for the 500-meter.
Lauren Gee, she takes second place, 1:13. That's faster than the U.S. number 1 before Sammy Watson just finished.
Yeah.
So no slouch there.
So another new number 1 set at this meet. Number 5 all-time for Sammy Watson.
And while the focus, while she was going for a national record there, most of her focus is on tomorrow, where she's going to have to deal with Kate Murphy, Rachel MacArthur, in a 1,000-meter showdown unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Which is another national record attempt.
It has to be. There's no doubt.
Yep. And those girls have never lost in a 1,000-meter, and so them going head-to-head, man, it's going to be pretty exciting to see, because they have tenacity. I mean, it's going to be all out. It's not going to be, I don't think, a tactical race at all. It's going to be all about the time and all about the win. And I expect Kate Murphy to take it out pretty hard, being the distance runner and not the sprinter in that race. She's probably going to want to take it out and set the pace early, and that's going to make everybody else run some pretty fast times. So Sammy Watson, number 5 all-time, right there in the 500-meter dash, number 1, new number 1 in the U.S., running 1:11, and really not making it look easy for a 500. That's a very awkward event, and so for it being a debut and running that fast, very, very impressive for her, especially being an 800, 400-meter runner that she is.
That's right. You could tell from the gun she wasn't overly sure what she was going to do with 500 meters.
Yeah,
she was slow out of the blocks, but once